What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Ari. Welcome back to another Late Nights with Ari. Welcome back to another podcast. I'm your host, ARIE AMORE, the ARIE AMORE, and I'm back. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so freaking nervous to be recording today because if you pay attention by my channel, I've been really inconsistent lately. I've been posting and reposting some of my old content and trying to repurpose some of my old content. Not because I don't love you guys, but because I've been trying to figure out my life and where I want to be and how to get there. And sometimes that is just not easy. It's not easy to do, especially when you just don't have the proper guidance. I've been really stuck here lately trying to figure out why does it seem like everything around me is just very stagnant? You know, I have all these dreams, I have a lot of talents, but it just seems like everything around me right now is just the same. Like there's no progress. So here we are with this video because I had to sit down with myself last month and I started trying to really organize my life, and I'm so thankful for it, you know, and now I have to get back into the groove of creating content and pushing out videos and stuff for you guys, because now I feel like I'm starting to get back into a better place mentally, physically, emotionally, all that good stuff. So that's what brought us here to this video as far as how to become more consistent. What can you do to be consistent? And I know there's a lot of videos on YouTube that are just like the one that I'm making now, but I think what's going to make my video more unique is it's not going to be robotic. This is just real life. These are things that I actually do every single day. Now, not before, but now. These are things that I literally do every single day to just kind of keep my head, you know, focused, keep my vision straight, focus on the light. I'm gonna give you guys a little background before we kind of go into the details as far as like the things that I'm doing to be more consistent. But I am a mom of 5. I am also a fiance, and those two things are just a challenge within itself, especially like being a mother, having to like tend to your kids every single day. Sometimes I'll be feeling like I'm kind of stuck a little bit, like every day seems to be the same. Every single day, every day it's just the same routine. I got to get the kids up for school. I got to get them to school. I got to find time for myself. I got to be a wife. I got to cook dinner. I got to make sure the house is clean. Not to mention we have 2 pets. We just adopted a dog. His name is Nova, y'all. And he is just the cutest thing in the world. But y'all, Nova he's added to our household so freaking much. It's not even funny because he's a baby and we're house training him. And Lauren, we have another dog. Her name is Candy. We've been having her since she was a baby, since she was 1 year old. So she's kind of an old dog now. But y'all, if you have kids and a pet, that alone lets you know how crazy my life is. Not to mention, I am a full-time content creator, right? I have lost consistency as far as creating content for my YouTube channel, but I've gained consistency on my Instagram account, which is doing very well, might I add. But it's like, how did I even end up here? How did I end up in a place where I'm able to focus on one thing more than the other thing? I don't know, y'all. And it's just been so crazy. Every single day I wake up and I'm just like, wow, how do we end up here? And how do we get past this? So that's how I ended up wanting to make this video, because I want to kind of show you guys some of the things that I've been able to implement in my life. And it's helping me tremendously. So I really do hope that it helps you guys as well. If you are new to the channel, please, guys, take some time to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and don't forget to leave a comment. A lot of people may not know this, but leaving comments under the videos actually help a lot. It helps move the video into the algorithm. So if you found this video, there's so many other people out there like us that need this information. And I always say this, there's always people on this platform or other platforms that speak about the same things. I'm not going based off of what anyone else has said. So I'm hoping that my information plus your other information that you get from your research, I hope it all ties together and just helps you. After I record this video, I'm actually going to do some research for myself, because I feel like I'm finally at a place where everything on my list is helping me. So it doesn't hurt to add a couple more things to the list to try to see what can I tweak, what can I fix. And if I do tweak my list a little bit and I find it helpful, I do not mind recreating this video for you guys. But yeah, just make sure you go ahead and like this video, give this video some comments, let me know what you think. Yeah, and let's just go ahead and get into it. So what I did was I have to write every single thing down now. I'm at that age, I'm 30, and if it's not written down, I'm not going to remember it, you know? And that's just life. So I have my iPad here. No, this is my tablet, not my iPad. I have my tablet here and I have some notes for you guys. So we're going to go based off of what is written for me. So one of the first things I want to say for you guys is you have to focus on the why. For the longest, I was like, and I'm going to speak from a content creator's perspective because that's who I am. That's my life. And that is my job, is being a content creator. So it still can apply to everybody, but I do have to apply it to my life because I created this based off of my lifestyle. And I have to figure out the why. Why am I doing this? Why do I need to even be consistent? Like, what is the reason for it? And like, there's gotta be a reason why I'm stressing every day to achieve these goals. And for the longest, when it came to my content, I noticed that my content was all over the place, right? And I was just like, I know that I'm called to do YouTube. I know that I'm called to be an influencer, but I don't understand the reason why I'm called to do these things. But one thing I can say is I love being in front of the camera. I love talking to people. But what am I going to sit here and talk to people for? What am I going to sit here and talk to people about? So when I created Late Nights with Ari, I didn't really know the direction that this channel could go into. But I find that we change so much. And our content changes with us. Our lifestyle changes with us. So we have to figure out what is the end goal for this. And for me, it's to touch other people. It's to always be able to communicate with someone on the other end of this screen, someone that can relate to me in my crazy life. And my life is not perfect. And it really upsets me because sometimes people look at my life and they think it's just this big old beautiful bundle of sunshine. And it's like, what you see online is not what it is. It never really is. And I'm looking to connect with people just like me. So I have to figure out my why. So figure out your why. Your why should be at the top of your list, because when you have those moments where you feel like, I'm done. I don't even feel like doing this no more. You need to be able to look at your list and say, oh, this is the reason why I even started this to begin with. This is the reason why I want to do this to begin with. Because when you have those moments where you're feeling down and you're feeling like, oh my gosh, my views are not up. Oh my gosh, nobody responded to me in the comments. Oh my gosh, my subscribers are still at the same numbers. Does it really matter when you know where it could go? Number 2, pick something and stick with it. Okay? And that something does not have to be 10 things. Baby, let me tell you. My something at first was so many different things. I am a Sagittarius. And one thing about a Sagittarius being a fire sign is we personally feel like we can do it all. We don't need no help. We can do it all. I literally record my videos. I set up my cameras. I record my audio. I edit my own videos. I come up with the content titles. I come up with the concepts. I'm also a makeup artist. So I was like, I have to do makeup content. And then I'm a mom and I have to do stuff for them. And then I like my side hustles. I want to go out and do DoorDash. I want to make money. I want to do this. I want to do that. And then I want to do stuff with my husband. And then I want to do stuff with my friends. And then I want to do stuff with me. And then I want to get my nails done. And then I want to read a book. And then I want to go to the gym. And then I want to eat healthy. And then sometimes I don't want to eat healthy. Like literally, there used to be so many different things on my list. And I just felt like I could do it all. And last month I said, look, baby, you can't do it all. You can, but you can't. It's unrealistic to try to do every single thing. So when you are trying to become consistent, in my opinion, it's best to start out with just one thing. 1 or 2 max. But baby, don't try to be consistent in every single thing. If you're trying to quit smoking, you can't quit smoking and try to have a better diet all at once. You're going to be extremely stressed out, and take that from me because I am a smoker, y'all. Yes, I am. And I was trying to like quit smoking a little bit. And then at the same time, I was trying to change my diet. And I find that I was like, when you smoke, it's because you want your nerves to kind of settle down. But then I stress eat too. So I have nothing to cling on to help me get over the other thing. So one thing that I was able to accomplish over the past couple of months is I have gone vegan. I went on a vegan diet years ago. It was very successful for probably maybe 3 to 6 months. And all it took was for me to go out one time. I went out and ate a steak. And from that moment, I was just going down and I was going backwards. So, oh yeah, there's going to be times where you renege on yourself. You got to accept that fact. Like there's going to be times where you're going to have to start being consistent over and over and over again. But what you do is when you make a list of things that you have to do, if you find that something didn't work for you, you have to take that off your list and find something else. Because you can't keep going back to the same old patterns and the same old routines and the same old things that wasn't working to begin with, because the goal is to be consistent so that you can move ahead in life. So y'all pick something and stick with it. For me right now, as I'm making this video, what I'm working on being consistent with is pushing out content that is helpful, content that stirs up conversations, content that I can look back on and see my growth. So that is something that I'm focusing on, and I'm not worried about anything else. I also used to model, and I'm not going to say I don't consider myself a model, but if I have to do a photo shoot, fine. But I used to do photo shoots like every single day. I used to do photo shoots every weekend. After doing all that I had to do already, and I got to the point where I was burnt out, and you don't want your passions to feel like work. So find something and stick with it, and don't forget the why. Number 3, schedule it and don't overload yourself. We pretty much just talked about that a little bit. When I write out my schedule, let me tell y'all how I do my schedule, because I'm going to tell you this. I'm a very lazy person. So if I don't do it, it's just not going to get done. Okay. And if you are on this video 9 times out of 10, if you don't do it, it's not going to get done. Why else are we seeking advice? Why else are we trying to give advice? Okay. Because there's a lot of people like us out there, y'all. Let's just be 100% about it. Okay. I have to tackle my things early. So what I just recently started doing for myself as a content creator is I wake up early in the morning before the kids get up, and I spend probably 30 minutes to an hour with my spouse. From there, I sit down on my bed because he has to leave out for work, because I am now a stay-at-home wife. Thank God for that, because that's another load I was able to get off of me. And baby, I needed it. But when he goes off to work, I pull my laptop out, I sit on my bed, I put on some meditation music, and I respond to comments. It's been really extremely hard for me to respond to comments. Like, everybody's always like, oh, I want to go viral. Being viral is fun, it's lit. No, it's not. It's not lit at all, because you have to reply to all of those hundreds and thousands of comments, because if you don't, you're going to lose that engagement, and people are just going to not like you because they're going to think you're stuck up and too good to reply to their comments. I reply to the bad comments too, and I don't be wanting to, but I pull my laptop out. I start on my YouTube channel. I go down comments and I just reply to them. I spend my mornings replying to comments now. I just started doing that, and it's been very, very helpful for me. And then I move over to my Instagram and I reply to comments over there. And then I jump over to my Facebook account. My Facebook, I ain't gonna lie to you, Facebook ain't booming. So I'll be having like 2 or 3 comments on Facebook, and I'll be so thankful for that. So I do it last, because I know when I get over to Facebook, I know I'm pretty much done for the day. So thank God to that. And when I'm done replying to comments, I'm done replying to comments. I just mark that off my list. I'm not going back to it for the rest of the day. Even if I have content still being posted throughout the day, I will not reply to those comments at all. Every once in a while, I will reply to like friends and family that I see, just because I don't want them to think, y'all know how people start thinking like, oh, you think you're too good, you don't see my comments. So I do try to, like, if I see somebody that I know personally, I'm like, oh, hey, thanks for commenting, I see you. Because baby, let me tell you, when I reply to comments, I reply to the first probably 50 per post, right? Especially on my Instagram, about the first 50. Tomorrow, the next day, I will refresh it. I'll go back to some of the old videos, and then I focus more on the newest video. So not everybody's gonna get a reply, but I do my best. Like if they're not leaving a paragraph, I can reply to more. But if I'm reading a whole entire paragraph, baby, I personally just can't do it. Okay, it's really limited. But yeah, there's days where people are just leaving quick comments, and I'm able to just be like, "Oh, hey," and I can reply to more comments when it's like that. But from there, I will get up, I'll wake the kids up, and I'll get them off to school. So that 2-hour window of me getting my kids off to school, I don't do anything. My kids are older. They get themselves dressed. They pick out their clothes. They clean their rooms. They make their beds. They brush their teeth. I do their hair on Sundays. So I don't really have to do a lot of ripping and running when it comes to getting them ready for school. So I'll continue to kind of like listen to my music and stuff. Once they are done getting dressed, I have them come into my room. I spray perfume on them. I check their makeup because they do their makeup every morning. And I check little things to make sure that they're leaving, appropriate, especially with the makeup. I'd be like, baby, take some of the eyeshadow off. You look like a grown woman. And don't put that lipstick on. My daughter be still on my lipstick, y'all. I'll be like, put my stuff back. But I'll be locking my stuff up now. But yeah, so in a 2-hour window of them getting ready for school, getting them sent off to school, I'm pretty much chilling and I'm relaxing and I'm regrouping because I know there's so much more that I have to do for the rest of that morning. I do not do anything in the afternoon, guys. Yes, I tackle as much as possible very early on. And I find it to be very helpful for me in my situation because I am a mother and because I have a lot of kids and I'm very blessed that now all of my kids are in school. So I have more time to do stuff in peace and quiet. So whenever they're gone, and I don't want to give y'all like the full rundown on my schedule because, that defeats the purpose of the video. But when they're going to school, I believe I have about 4 to 5 hours before they're about to start hopping on the buses and coming back home. So I try to tackle everything else on my list, whether it be eat me a nice meal, edit some videos, go to the gym, go for a nice walk. I do stuff like that. So schedule it, but don't overload yourself. I try to keep my day-to-day schedule under 8 things to do every day. 8 things. That's it. If I'm going above 8, it's just too much. It's way too much for me. And those 8 things do include the day-to-day cleaning, cooking, being a mom. And I still get to do my content stuff. And I try to tackle those things early. Like right now, I'm creating this video. It is 11:30. After I do this video, all I have to do is spend 2 hours at the library or at home or at my favorite salad shop. And I get to just kind of sit down and edit for a couple of more hours before I go home, which to me is a perfect day because when I go home, I get to be 100% in tune with my family and just have a good time. Everything's done. Everything's done already. So figure out a schedule that works for you. If you are more of a nighttime person, because a lot of people are not morning persons, then do your stuff at nighttime. But I'm gonna be honest with you, getting your stuff done early is so beneficial. You do not want to be up late trying to get stuff done and then you're sleeping all day the next day. That's kind of backwards to me because then you're wasting a day. I'm not wasting my evening hours because I'm spending time with family. I'm eating dinner. I'm doing game nights. I'm just being involved with the people that are around me every single day. So number 4, have friends that you can hold accountable. I have an amazing friend now and I prayed so hard for the type of friendship that I have now. I used to be around people who didn't hold me accountable, and I wouldn't say I didn't hold them accountable, but when you're in an environment where everybody is just not tackling goals, everybody is not being consistent, where everybody is just taking everything one day at a time, you're going to do the same thing and you're not going to get anything done. So what I do is when I talk to my friend, we literally start our conversations with, what did you get done? How's your day? What are you planning today? And I really love that for us because if I know that she has to do X, Y, and Z, and then also have to do, I'm sorry, I heard something over here, y'all. I'm at my studio by myself, baby. What is that? And I have to do something like X, Y, and Z, creating content for one. If I tell her, she's going to follow up with me later on and be like, oh, how did it go? Baby, the last thing I want to do is tell my friend I did not get anything done. So you want to have some friends around you that can just really hold you accountable. You want to have good people in your life. Having good people in your life is very, very slept on. Like, if I could compare the people that I have in my life now compared to the people that I had in my life then, I promise you, I don't want to down talk anybody, but it is very, very important to have the right people around you that can hold you accountable. And you can't be upset when people hold you accountable because that's what they are here for. So if you cannot rely on any of the friends that you have around you, you're going to have to go ahead and cut them off, because what is the point? What is your friendship based off of? So yeah, have people around you that you can hold accountable, guys. Number 5, take your to-do list 1 week at a time. And I definitely say 1 week at a time, not no year, not months, not 2 months, 1 week at a time. Okay. I sit down on Sundays, y'all. On Sundays, and I pull out my laptop, and I also have, not only do I have a laptop, y'all, I have to do so much to stay afloat. I have my tablet, my laptop, and I have my day planner, right? I have to write it down. I have to type it out on both of my devices. I don't put anything on my phone because, baby, when I'm on my phone, it's basically just me scrolling through social media. So I don't pay attention to any notes on my phone at all. But I sit down on Sundays and I write down every single thing that I need to do for the following week. And I love doing it that way because at first I used to write down all my goals and stuff, and it would be like a year goal. Baby, how am I going to attack the same goal for a full year? Make it make sense. You cannot write down that all this, my goals for the year is going to be, or these are things that I need to do for the year. I need to quit smoking, quit eating bad, and I need to get in the gym. So you mean to tell me I'm going to spend the rest of this year doing the same 3 things, trying to accomplish the same 3 things? No, ma'am. So I take my schedule 1 week at a time because I just want to, every week I want to be able to do something different. Every week I'm booked for something different, whether it be to host someone's event, whether it be for a photo shoot, whether it be recently, and I'm really proud about this, people have been reaching out to me to come and create content in their small business and put them on my Instagram platform so that they can get some traction to their pages. And I'm so excited for that. So I've been able to add that to my list. So every week I want it to be different. I don't want to do the same thing every single week. The things that are mandatory in my life, okay, those are going to be on my schedule every single week. But being able to add new things to your list, to me, it keeps me alive. It keeps me happy. It keeps me active, and it keeps me going. I don't know if I said this or not, but I recently gone a vegan. And one thing that has been a challenge for me is staying consistent with being vegan. I was just on a road to Atlanta. I had a photo shoot down there, and I was supposed to shoot a podcast down there as well with some influencers. So I was down there and I was on the road, and oh my gosh, I took my kids. They have to eat. And it was so stressful because I didn't really plan out like where I was going to eat at and how I was going to eat, because I'm eating vegetables and fruits, and I found some places where I live at where they make like vegan meals and stuff, which has been really good because girl, I've been able to eat like chicken sandwiches and all of that, but it's vegan and it's been good. But being on the road and doing stuff like that is so challenging because it's just like, maybe if you don't prepare for these things, you're going to fail. So that's one of the challenges that I had to go through. And I'm so proud of myself because I did not eat any meat. I maintained my diet. Y'all, if y'all want to check out some of the places that I ate at, y'all have to go and check out my Instagram, Late Nights with ARIE podcast. I have some food vlogs up there from my trip down there, as well as like my behind the scenes and stuff from my photo shoot and things like that. All of this stuff is up there, y'all. It was a good time. And I'm just very proud of myself and being able to stay consistent with my diet. So you're going to have moments where you're going to be faced with a choice. Do it or don't do it. And it's very rewarding when you don't do it. Like when you don't fall for the trap of setting yourself back. So yeah, they went to the take your to-do list week at a time. And y'all, I'm so sorry if this video seems like it's all over the place. This is very new to me, and I'm adjusting the way that I do content. I'm adjusting the kind of content that I'm posting on my platforms right now, because the person that I'm growing into, I want to make sure that my content follows me. It's funny because I had a post the other day and someone was like, where are the try-on hauls from the lingerie? That's what we want to see. We don't want to see this version of you. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry, because this is the version of me right now. And I love every minute of it. And yeah, so when you're trying to change yourself and change your life, people are going to fall off, but don't fall off course. What is next? Turn it off. I love that so much, y'all. This is probably one of the most helpful tips I got on here. Turn it off. Turn it off. What I mean by turn it off is your phones, social media, music, TV, any loud noises. We have to get in a habit of sitting with ourselves in silence. Because what happens is when you sit with yourself in silence, you can hear your thoughts. You can hear your feelings. You get to talk to yourself. You get to plan. You get to write it out. Turn it off. Everything on social media is not what you need right now. And if you're trying to build, like right now for me, and I want to do another video on this, I'm not sure when, but right now I'm working on building wealth. Okay. I'm working on getting out of debt. So me scrolling on social media all day and listening to other people talk all day is not helpful. It's not doing anything for me. So being able to turn all those things off and just stay in tune with yourself and focus on making those plans and executing those plans is going to be so freaking beneficial, because you don't need to have the baddies coming through your screen while you're thinking about, well, how can I pay off my student loans? Baddies, baby. No, ma'am. We don't want all of that. Like, we just want to genuinely just be able to just be in silence and just do what we gotta do. Now, that thing is fun. I ain't gonna lie to you. I be watching my stuff, y'all, but I don't watch TV during the day. I actually only watch it at nighttime. I only watch it with my spouse. Like, literally, like, if I could, I just wouldn't have a TV in my home. Like, when my kids turn the TV on, I might turn that volume so far down to where only you can hear it. Because if I hear it, I feel like I get very agitated and I just don't want to hear that stuff. I would rather like read a book. I would rather write out my plans. I would rather read over my plans and see if there's some things that I can tweak. And I can't do that type of stuff when it's loud. Baby, you can't do that kind of stuff when it's loud at all. And the last thing that I'm going to have for you guys is, this is funny. This is more like a goofer, but y'all might want to do this too. Meal rewards. I don't know if you guys have recognized this about your body, because I've been able to recognize this about my body ever since I've gone vegan. But this is mainly for people who are eating things that you know you are not supposed to eat. Reward yourself with meals. Okay, so what I mean by that, this is so weird to explain, because I don't want people to think that I'm like starving myself, because I'm not starving myself. But okay, when you wake up in the morning, most people think they have to brush their teeth, do their hair, get ready for the day, and make a big breakfast. Eggs, bacon, pancakes, potatoes, all the stuff that you want for breakfast, a biscuit. And when you eat those things, do you realize that you don't, even if you have a job, do you realize that you don't even want to do nothing after that? You have to watch what you're eating the first thing in the morning. So what I do is, first thing in the morning, in order for me to remain consistent throughout the day, I do not eat. Okay, I drink me some water. And if I really, like if I wake up where my stomach is like kicking me to death, I'll drink a smoothie, a fruit smoothie, y'all. What you put into your body is what's going to get you throughout your day. I promise you. So I try not to eat when I know I have things to do in the morning. If I know I have to create content, like y'all, it's what time is it now? It is 11:40. I have not ate anything. I've only had a bottle of water, probably 2 bottles of waters. I didn't even have a smoothie or anything. I'm so sorry. So my camera had actually stopped recording. That's one of the things why I hate recording myself, because it begins to be a little complicated. We working on those things. But I find that when I don't eat anything, I have more energy to kind of get my stuff done. I'm not sluggish. I'm not tired. And my mind is so clear, y'all. Like I was saying before the camera cut off, I think I have to look back at the footage, y'all. But so if I repeat myself, I'm so sorry. But literally, it's like 11:40-ish. Haven't ate, but I'm creating my content and I'm almost done with my day. So what I typically like to do is, once I'm done creating my content, whether it be my shorts, my long form videos, replying to comments, cleaning up my space, I get to take all the content, take my laptop, and go to a place either at home or somewhere else. Like today, I'm actually going to go and get me a salad from Green District Salad, y'all. It's the place, okay? I'm going to go and get me a salad, and I'm actually going to go to the library today because I don't want to go home. Because sometimes when I'm at home, by the time I actually do get home and I get to the editing part, that's when my body starts to kind of crash a little bit. I'm tired. I feel like I've done all that I could for the day. And I don't want to get lazy just yet, because it's on my list of to-dos is to edit today while eating a salad. So I want to make sure that I execute that. So yeah, guys, like I know this video, I'm not even going to say that this video is dope. And everybody's going to love it, because I have confidence in myself, in the person that I am becoming, that everything that I am doing with my life right now is going to serve a bigger purpose. So how do you become consistent? You become consistent by just doing, okay? Not making excuses, getting up every single day and going by what's on your list and really achieving the things that you want to achieve. But by the end of this video, if you made it to the end of this video, I would love for you guys to leave a comment as to, why do you want to be consistent? What is the reason why you want to be consistent? I will also leave some more of my whys down in the comments down below, just so you guys can kind of get a little more of a feel from me. I will also love for you guys to check out some of my other podcasts. We have 90 Tuesdays on here where we get down to 30. I also just started a podcast with my spouse, a Divorce Before a Marriage podcast. Y'all, we gotta film out our other episode. I was just talking to him and I was like, baby, we got one episode up. And that episode there pretty good. It got like 4 point something K. I don't remember the number, but it got up there in the numbers. I was so freaking excited about it. But we have to record another video for it, or what are we doing? But it's really hard being consistent with other people sometimes, because when you try to incorporate a partner as far as like being consistent, you got to think about what they like as well. And that could be a little challenging, because like he works, when he goes off work, he's ready to crash, he's ready to chill, he's ready to eat. And whereas me, I have more time on my hands, so I'm able to kind of get my stuff done early while he's at work. But we do balance each other out, thankfully. But yeah, he's gonna watch this video. We need to record at least our second episode. We gotta get it together. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this podcast. And as always, guys, bye guys.